J.K. Dobbins, the rookie out of Ohio State. Guys, your thoughts around J.K. Dobbins, who they spent some pretty good draft capital on?
Yeah, Dobbins is a guy that he probably fell a little bit too far based off his talent, but the more and more that running backs become, quote unquote, a dime a dozen, right? We're going to keep seeing them fall in these drafts. Like, teams get them, they run them through their first contract, and then the running backs want to get paid, and some teams are willing to pay him, and other teams let him go. So we're going to see more of that from the NFL side. From the fantasy side, J.K. Dobbins is a very strong back. He has a lot of potential behind him. He can receive out of the backfield, did a little bit more of that out of Ohio State here this past year. Every once in a while, he gets little loose fingers, right? He lets him slip a little bit, but, Dobbins is a guy that can break tackles. He has vision. He has the breakaway speed to make life difficult for defenses. I think he can run that spread zone read offense very well, and I think he's a guy that will fit right in, just not as much this year. I'm just fading away from him for this year because I think rookies are going to struggle so much.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, with what we've learned this week, and it's kind of funny, you have to approach this fantasy season week by week almost, because now we know that there's going to be no preseason, so it's going to be difficult for these rookies. I think you're right, Kevin. In a dynasty league, yeah, grab him when you can grab him. But in a redraft league, I just don't see him being very beneficial, at least for the first part of the season. And I'd even go so far as to say probably the first 5 or 6 games, he may not, see much of the field. And that's, 5 or 6 games in a fantasy season. You're halfway through the season, basically. So it's okay, I guess, if you want to spend that. But where he's being drafted, to have a guy that may not see the field all that much, I'm not sure that that's wise this year.
J.K. Dobbins for them was too good a value in the second round to pass up on. So it's one that I can see him delivering towards the back half of the season, but certainly off the start of the season, it's going to be a Mark Ingram show. Baltimore is going to want to run the ball. They're going to want to protect Lamar through the pass as much as they can. And I don't know that J.K. Dobbins does that right out the gate, even though Ohio State has some tendencies to run some run pass option type of offense. J.K. Dobbins has got a lot of speed to him. When there's a lot of times that you would see him in a game and it looked like it was kind of bottled up, and all of a sudden he'd turn on the burner and he was gone and around the outside. So he's got some decent speed to him. Really a question of how well he does pick up that offense, but I think he's got a lot of potential going forward because of the tutelage that's there in Baltimore to help guide and mentor him.